Fight and talk back again. And today I'm delighted to be joined by Cage Warriors Flyweight champion Shaj Haque. But Shaj, not in the way that I wanted to be joined with you. I wanted this to be after your fight, after you'd retained the belt, but it hasn't been. I mean, I know you've put that video out across your social media explaining, but I mean, from your point of view, just what a horrendous sort of couple of weeks it's been for you, really.
Yeah, I mean, the camp itself was pretty tough. I had a few injuries and things I was overcoming. I've got a fantastic sponsor, which is like my physio and the oxygen chamber, Relief Physio Oxy Plus. They helped me recover from injuries that I actually thought that I might have not made it through earlier in the camp. And then I was fit. I was feeling really good. It's getting really excited. And then I had that little complication with my brain scan. I knew I was all right because I'd spoken to a neurosurgeon within a few days. But CFMA didn't accept his report. And then that hit Monday. Which was fight week now, Monday, and then I was scouring the whole country. I had my family, every doctor friend I knew, trying to find a neurologist that can get me in that short amount of time as well. Finally got somebody straight on the Wednesday, the day after. I'm going to Leeds, get everything done. He's like, it takes a few days for his report to get done. I'm like, I need it by Friday, like the latest, right? I need a day. He goes, he'll get it done by Friday. It starts. So he said he'll try it by Thursday. Didn't come on Thursday, so I thought he said it'll come by Friday. I was confident it'll come. I'm cutting weight. I know. So I'm doing everything. You forget, like in fight week, there's a lot of other things happening. I make weight, and I'm there, and I get there, and then Ian Dean. If you just come to the side, and I thought, he's going to ask me about my scan. And I looked at my email as I was walking with him, and I was like, it just came through. So I was like, I'm good. So as he took me there, I was literally about to just say, don't worry about the. And then he's saying, something's happened with Nicholas LeBlanc, and I'm thinking, all right. And then he's saying, his flights are delayed, and I'm thinking, all right, delayed. Yeah. And then I realised when he was going on, I was like, he can't actually come anymore. And then I was just like, I couldn't believe it. I was just like absolutely speechless. You know, when you've put so much work in, I sacrificed so much. Like, not even just like, there's obviously the training, how difficult the training itself is. You know, I get so focused when I'm training for a fight, and I go all in. And I lost a lot of family time. I had like special occasions like weddings and things like that I didn't really do anything in. And then I took so much time off work. You know, I mean, my guys still fought really well, and even though I had to take a bit of a backseat in my coaching as well, they still did really well. Still got some amateur champions, so the month hasn't been that bad. But yeah, it just sucks so much to do all that and then not be able to fight. It's just, I feel quite flat right now. Yeah. I'm just trying to be positive. I'm trying to stay positive and still enjoy the night.
Look, you've been fighting for a long time now. Would you say that probably this week's been the most stressful week for you as a professional?
In fight week, I don't think I've ever had such a stressful kind of fight week. But I think with my experience, I was still ready to go. Yeah. I said to my corner team, if this happened a few years ago, I think it would have really fazed me to the point I would have felt like I'm going to lose the fight or something. But I was like, I'm too experienced now. I knew what I needed to do. I'd already, I do a lot of my visualization and everything. I was set. I was like, nothing's going to faze me this fight. That's the mindset I had this week. I even said to my coaches, this fight, even if I have a broken knee, I'm going to go in with one leg. I had that mindset, and I thought, I'm going to get in there one way or another. I just didn't think it was going to be the other way around. I just didn't think that was going to... But yeah, it is what it is. It sucks.
It's one that's been difficult. This fight's been made twice now, because you had to pull out the first time. Now Nicholas can't make it this time. It's been a long time since we've seen you back in those yellow gloves. How frustrated are you that you haven't been able to get back out?
Very frustrated. I mean, I was good that I couldn't fight earlier in the year, and very rarely do I ever pulled out of a fight, and it was kind of out of my control. I had an injury that I just couldn't get through that time. But I'm focused. When I get an injury like that, I'm going to make sure I recover from it. So I was disciplined in my rehab. I made sure I got better. And then I was so sure I was going to fight this time. I thought, that's what I said. Nothing's going to get me out of this one. I was so disciplined in my training and my rehab approach and everything. It was a tough camp, but I just feel flat. That's the best way I can describe it. It's very anticlimactic, if that's the way I can put it.
So I guess trying to find the silver lining on it then. Yeah. You're both fit. Cage Warriors have said that they want to try and remake it. You know that the UFC are coming back in March. Generally speaking, we then see a Cage Warriors card that same week. Would that ideally be when you'd want to get back in if that's the first card of the year?
It kind of is. I'm going to have to see, because I also know Ramadan's coming up in March, which kind of sets me up. That's why I really want to fight now. And then because I'm not sure what the Cage Warriors schedule is next year, so I want to get this fight out the way and then be ready to fight whenever I'm available after that. So I'm going to have to see what the dates they're putting their cards on. So I was a bit gutted to hear it's in March, but for me, my faith comes first. I do. But everything happens for a reason. But this year it hasn't been all bad for me. I've got to realize, I still look at things as positive. I've been training still. I've still been improving my skill set. Shame I couldn't show it today, but I've got a brand new facility. We've opened a new gym, Ace Elite Training Centre. It's much better training. I'm getting much better training in myself. Got loads of good training partners in. My guys are doing so well. I've got a few more amateur champions that are going to go pro soon. You'll probably see my nephews and a few of my fighters going to be on this stage very soon. Once they start making their pro debuts.
That was going to be my last question, actually. When you look at away from yourself, you've got that new facility now with Ace, especially Unity. You've had a fantastic night there as well, and the previous shows as well. Just how good of a year has it been for Ace as a whole?
It's been fantastic. We went on a hell of a win streak. I can't remember how many wins we had back to back. We were going like on a bit of a tear. The guys were doing so well, and then the team's just been growing. We're getting loads more new guys coming through, and I think there's going to be a few more new debuts from the amateur team and some serious talent. I take my coaching as seriously as I take my fighting, so you can imagine how seriously I am with that, and I'm optimistic to see how good these guys are going to get. You already know a few of their names, but a few more's coming through as well, and the team's just grown. I think we've got we're going to get one of the bigger teams in from South Shields, and I really want to make a name for it, and people are going to soon realise what Ace MMA and South Shields is all about.
Perfect. Look, Shaj, thank you so much for your time, and hopefully the next time we talk, it's when you're fought.
But I'd like to also just give a shout out to my sponsors. These guys on my t-shirt here. I've got Oxy Plus, Chrome Residential, Spice Lounge Durham, Flyweight Properties, and Relief Physio. Without those guys, I wouldn't have even got through this camp. Especially, I've got to give a lot of credit to my physio. He helped me so much in this camp. I came coming back from the injury that I had before and managing the injuries that I've had. I was fully fit to go there. Where I would have thought without his help, I probably wouldn't have made it. So shout out to Relief Physio, fantastic physio.
Perfect. Shaj, thank you so much for your time.